People must learn to be indifferent to others. Don't treat those around you as people. Experts are considered experts because, in their eyes, there is no one else but themselves. Others are mere air to them. At this point, some might be eager to criticize me, but for those who still have rationality, if you genuinely want to overcome insecurity and become a charming and confident person, please patiently watch this video. You'll gain something different. Continuing with the Godlike Physique series, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect others to? I will break this down into 3 levels to explore 3 different types of people. By observing their mindset when interacting with the world, you'll discover that truly confident people always disregard others. First, let's talk about the majority ordinary people. Their hearts are filled with others, or more precisely, with morally upright saints. They believe people should be like the teachers taught in elementary school, gentle, respectful, modest, and accommodating. Thus, they hold such standards for others, expecting everyone to be kind and honest. They think if they do good for others, others will repay them tenfold. However, such expectations often lead to frustration and hurt, creating a feeling of unworthiness and a sense of being unloved, which is the root of one's inferiority complex. Moreover, when a person is filled with others, it means they cannot help but care about others' opinions. When you focus on yourself, you attract others' attention. The most incredible part is, when you start focusing on that attention, it immediately disappears. So, when you consider the person opposite you in a conversation to be a living, thinking individual, you inevitably expect their virtues and recognition. What you fail to realize is that expectation is an emotion only a subordinate would have toward a superior. Hence, as long as you expect something from others, you are inherently inferior in their eyes. The second type of person is different from ordinary people. They don't see others as people. They observe others as objects. People at this level have a certain understanding of human nature. They don't hold others to human standards but interact with them like using an object. Unlike the first type, they don't engage in straightforward communication with the other person's words but can understand their undertones and know how to use language and actions to influence a person's subconscious. For example, in a relationship, an ordinary woman would check her partner's phone at the slightest suspicion. However, a more astute woman wouldn't touch her husband's phone before deciding on a divorce. She knows that checking the phone is essentially telling her partner, "I care about you, and I'm afraid of losing you," which is a sign of low self-esteem. By not checking the phone, she outwardly shows respect, but actually, she's implying, "I know your phone can't stand scrutiny, and I know you're no different from ordinary people. Not checking your phone gives you face, but please behave and don't do anything disgraceful under my nose." Simultaneously, I don't care about any shady actions you might take behind my back. You are neither special nor important to me. You see, when a person starts communicating with the other person's subconscious, it means they can see through them like an object. In their eyes, the other person is no longer a moral being with subjective initiative but an object lacking self-control. On the surface, it appears respectful, but it's actually a form of psychological suppression. This kind of confidence and aura is entirely overpowering. The third type of person is the master of masters. In their eyes, only they exist in the world, with others being like air, non-existent. Master Hongyi and Zhou Hongyi once recounted a story of Zhang Chaoyang's speech. Many years ago, Zhang forgot his lines during a speech. He closed his eyes, recollected for a few minutes, then continued as if nothing had happened. Zhou was astonished, realizing that a person could be so thick-skinned. You see, true masters can remain unperturbed and continue being their true selves even in a fully packed venue. At that moment, there is no distinction between you and me because, in their eyes, no one else exists in that space, only themselves. Returning to the phone checking example, The second type of person, although skilled, still downgrades others to objects and is influenced by the outside world. The third type is more advanced. To them, there are no men, husbands, or objects. They don't interact with the other person's subconscious, but with their own. They know that checking the phone, even if it reveals nothing, does more harm than good. It essentially feeds their fear. They become addicted to the relief and satisfaction after the anxiety. This externally derived satisfaction is still a form of desire and doesn't last long. Soon, they will check the second and third times, becoming increasingly fearful of losing, less charming, and their confidence and energy will flow to the other person with their growing fear. Thus, the third type of person constantly focuses only on themselves, either in self-awareness or in concentrated work. To them, the only enemy in the world is themselves. This state of ignoring others is the highest form of confidence.